prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita, because if you bring the bitch over here, she gonna find out she a bad bitch and she's going to leave you. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita, because if you bring the bitch over here, she gonna find out she a bad bitch and she's going to leave you. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita, because if you bring the bitch over here, she gonna find out she a bad bitch and she's going to leave you. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita, because if you bring the bitch over here, she gonna find out she a bad bitch and she's going to leave you. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita, because if you bring the bitch over here, she gonna find out she a bad bitch and she's going to leave you. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita, because if you bring the bitch over here, she gonna find out she a bad bitch and she's going to leave you. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita, because if you bring the bitch over here, she gonna find out she a bad bitch and she's going to leave you. You gotta be prepared to stay in Costa Rica with your mamacita. Now, I told y'all before that I support the passport bros. I'm all for a man going overseas and getting him a bad bitch. But you gotta stay over there with the bitch. You gotta.
She is 1,000% correct. She is 1,000% correct. I swear to God. I don't know how individuals be going over to these foreign countries and then bringing a chick back to America. I don't know how they be doing that. That's neither. I'll never understand that. But what's going on, y'all? So as I look at the times that we're in, as I look at what's going on with the economy, and I'm just gonna add my perspective on what's going on, and just talk about money. And I named this money it takes getting used to, because a lot of individuals, they really don't understand money. They don't understand money. A lot of individuals are living this perspective, and they're navigating themselves through life, and the image don't match the mindset. Again, the image don't match the mindset. So, so I'm gonna break something down to y'all. Um, so the biggest thing that I see what's happening right now, it's not the economy. It's not the economy more than it is people, bad decisions catching up to them. I don't look at the economy right now like we're we're in this big, like there's this big horror show that's going on. I don't look at the economy like that. I don't. Um, Whenever the economy goes up and down, you're supposed to have to make some minor adjustments. You're supposed to make some tweaking. You're not supposed to be in a position where the ups and downs of the economy destroy your life. Like you're really feeling every bump in the road. And the reason why a lot of people, I think, is feeling every bump in the road, the reason why a lot of people is feeling a terror, this horrific impact is because their their money, it just the mindset. So let's jump into it. There's a saying that if you make $100,000 a year, you're supposed to buy a $10,000 car. We all know that there's not one individual out there that's making $100,000 a year. That person going to turn around and buy a $10,000 car. We know that's not going to happen, right? That's not going to happen. So an individual will go out there and make $100,000 a year, and that individual will go buy a $50,000 or $60,000 car, not realizing that life is full of numbers. The existence of time, the existence of interactions, every transaction itself is comprised of numbers. And I think a lot of people don't understand. It's almost like at 56 years old, I'm glad I didn't do this, by the way. But it's like everybody think that every transaction that they do, they start off with whatever it is they make a year. So, for example, let's just say, again, let's just say an individual makes 100,000 a year, right? So he makes 100,000 a year. So let's just say again, because every transaction in your life consists of numbers, and this is why people are going broke. Again, I don't look at the times that we're in as being bad times. I just look at it as we're involved in a reset. We're in a reset. Basically, we're involved in a time where things was looking real. A lot of things was being talked about and built on hype. It's the return of substance. So I'm gonna break it down like this. You make $100,000 a year. This is why individuals go broke. You make $100,000 a year. The term is if you make $100,000 a year, you're only supposed to have a $10,000 car. You don't do that. You make $100,000 a year and you buy a $50,000 or $60,000 car. So your perspective and narrative is still after buying that $50,000 or $60,000 car, your perspective and your narrative in your head is you make $100,000 a year. You don't make $100,000 a year no more. When you take on that debt, you just straight collapsed your $100,000 a year. What's going on, Deshaun? I see you. And so you say to yourself, I make $100,000 a year. Then you go buy a $50,000 or $60,000 car. 2 or 3 months later, you go buy some furniture. You finance $5,000 worth of furniture. In your head, guess what? You make $100,000 a year. Well, you just bought a $50,000, $60,000 car. So how you still make $100,000 a year? This is how you think. Then you buy the $5,000 furniture, take on that payment. In your head, for some reason, you still say you make $100,000 a year. Then you go and get 2 or 3 credit cards. In your head, you make $100,000 a year. You don't make $100,000 a year no more. You blew $100,000 a year when you bought that car. You totally train wrecked your $100,000 when you got that $4,000, when you got that $5,000 in furniture. And you obliterated $100,000 a year when you got them credit cards. This is why when y'all see me, if you look at my videos over the years, I've gotten better. I started off with 2 BMWs in 2015, 2016. It's 2025 now. I got 7. I got the bike and 6 cars. Every time you see me, damn, now I'm in a different set of frames. I'm just buying these frames, by the way. When the ball for 2025 dropped, I had like 3 pair of glasses. Now I got about 7 or 8 $700 glasses. That's my life. These frames was only like $30. The lenses was like $400 because I had to get the lenses in them, the medicine and the change of transition. The reason why I'm still okay is because I had money for decades. I had $107,000 in the bank when I was 17. So I understand money. It's why when I bought this house, again, I had $200,000 left on the table. Then they was like, you could get more house. You still got another $200,000. No, sir. No, sir. My friend keep telling me, man, go on and get that Porsche. The payment only $2,000 a month. No, sir. Money is numbers. And the perspective that I see about people that are, the houses that they're buying and the cars that they're buying is the reason why they're going broke. It's got nothing to do with the economy. Nothing. It's got nothing to do with the economy. Nothing. It's nothing to do with the economy. People are going broke. People are having hard times. I'm looking at videos of people buying a house. And this is what they're saying when they buy the house. They want new construction. I would never buy a new construction. Ever. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. I'm not buying new construction. You go ahead and keep that nonsense. I'm watching people buy houses, new construction, right? They get assessed at $800 a year to property tax because the house wasn't on the property yet. They got to wait till the final assessment of the property when it's all completed. Then XYZ, right? Then a year and a half later of owning this house, then this tax bill come in and they're crying. We don't know what we're going to do. Our taxes went up $7,000. Our mortgage went up. Our mortgage went from $2,800 to $4,300. We don't know what we're going to do. And insurance is going up. Insurance, everything is going up. You can't control nothing. Oh, our insurance went up $600 because they had to put more in escrow. And you was right up against the wall. Again, when I bought this house for $200,000 less than what I got approved for. I'm living easy because I understand money. And people are crashing out because they don't understand money. They don't understand money. I don't feel sorry for them. They just don't understand money. Wow, I like that. I'm gonna read this comment. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Case in point. Um, Clay said, 6 children, all homeschooled, middle class neighborhood, stay at home wife, did it for 12 years on $49,000 to $50,000 income. It can be done. Driving a used car, don't. Very good. Thank you. I'm gonna screenshot that. That's what I'm talking about. Again, I look at individuals crashing out. Like, nah, that's on you. You see the video of the girl that had the BMW X6M? She does a video with her BMW X6M talking about her payments was $1,923. $1,923 is my 2 car notes and my mortgage combined. And half of my auto insurance. Yeah, throw my insurance in there. It is amazing. Oh wow, worked at Mickey D. Wow, how about that? My man said Mickey D's and McDonald's. My man, my man D Shizzle said every new construction comes with HOA. That's almost the cost of a mortgage. Why on earth would you people pay for that? Listen, I'm gonna tell you just how right you are. My house up in the Poconos was in an HOA, right? And I when I bought the house, I don't know what happened, but they said there was a $26,000 debt on the property. And I was like, well, I didn't even own this house long. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It got nothing to do with the property. Boom. Cool. Okay. Took me to court, sued me, won the judgment. That's why I know the power of HOAs. I ain't never messing with an HOA no more. So in 2020, when I was buying this house, I was looking at HOAs, but my have HOAs changed. The place I was looking at HOAs was like $700 a month, and I'm like, $700 a month? That can't be. Yeah, they changed. My man says after 12 years, income went up to 150. Did it for another 12 years and then divorced my ass. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Wow. Wow. Well, again, I named this video Money. It takes some getting used to. Money takes getting used to. Listen, I said money, it takes getting used to because I'm in Virginia. I'm gonna tell you what I see in Virginia. In Virginia, I see people either, well, the trucking game took a hit, so they ain't doing the trucking thing like they used to, but the trucking game took a hit. But I see individuals work at Target, not Target, Amazon. They'll work at the shipyard, the port. And these individuals, they get these jobs and immediately they think they know how to handle money. And again, you can make $100,000 a year. You can make $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year. Once you buy that car, you don't make $100,000 no more. Hence the term Where's all my money going? It is amazing to listen to people stockpile all these things on their income and then don't understand why they're broke. It's why I have 5 streams of income. After doing bankruptcies, I realized something. I had multiple incomes all my life, but after doing bankruptcies, I realized that there are a lot of people out there that don't understand the concept of a fair fight. If it's one person against 7 people, we call that not a fair fight. So if you have 7 bills to pay and only 1 income, that's not a fair fight. So you get multiple incomes to do multiple things. That's what people don't understand. All right. So I've always had multiple streams of income. In addition to that, my perspective and narrative is this. I said this my entire life and I meant it. I'm never going to live on a fixed income. That's not happening. I'm not going to be that 60-year-old dude, which is in 3 years. I'm not going to be that 60-year-old dude driving a, give me a second. I'm sorry, man. I had to laugh, man. Just think about that shit makes me laugh. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Appreciate those thumbs up. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, man. Okay. I'm back. I'm not going to be that old dude looking busted. Yo, I'm going to be 80 years old looking fly as hell, man. I'm going to be fly. I'm going to be a motherfucking old. I'm going to be shitting on myself. I'm telling y'all, man, this shit ain't happening. I'm telling y'all. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care what you're talking, man. Let's be clear. I'm telling you, I'm not falling off. I'm not doing a fixed fucking income. I'm not signing up for AARP. People keep telling me, Chris, you need to sign. I'm not signing up for no fucking AARP. I'm not going to no motherfucking Senior Citizens Day. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not buying no fucking knuckle rub. I'm not buying no fucking knuckle rub. I'm trying to tell you, motherfuckers. It's not happening, man. I'm going to be 80 years old, still fly, still with a brand new car, still straight jiggy, be shitting on myself, but that's how it's going to be, goddammit. I'm going to be wearing diapers, motherfucker, but I'm going to be a fly, diaper-wearing ass motherfucker. Shit. Boy, I cracked myself up, boy. I'm telling you. I don't know what other narrative there's going to be. I don't. I don't know what other narrative is going to be. I don't. I look at individuals my age. I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something. I take lots of vitamins. I take moringa. I take sea moss. I take beetroot extract. I take niacin, but I take 2 and 3 doses of niacin, vitamin B during the day to get my energy. Listen, if I do all that and days I wake up and my legs feel like they weigh, there are days as a 56-year-old man, there are days that I wake up. I mean, not wake up. Wake up is fine because I actually take beetroot extract and all that before I go to bed, and it actually boosts me up. But like during the day when my vitamins come off down off their kick or whatever, my legs feel like they weigh 1,000 pounds, depending on what shoes I wear. All right, I wear, I have a pair of Brooks, but then I'll wear like some fly ass sneakers that I brought off of fucking Amazon. They look cool, and I have dropped arches. I got to put my orthotics inside the sneakers, and there are some days that like it feel like my feet weigh 1,000,000 pounds. It feel like when I walk, I gotta like literally bend down and help my fuck every time I take a step. It feel like I gotta do that, and I'll be like, wow. And I say to myself, self, huh? If this is what you're doing and you take care of yourself, I feel sorry for motherfuckers that don't take care of themselves. I does do. I does do. I feel sorry for individuals that don't take care of themselves. I don't understand it. I don't know how. When I see listen, man, when I go into the store, and when I go into the store, there are certain stores that I go to. Moms be like, "What's up, buddy?" I'll be like, "Hey, he can have somebody in there." I'll come in there. They, "What's up, buddy?" Yeah, ringing out the person. Everything good? Yeah, ringing out the person, talking. I'm different. My aura is different. And that's how it's going to be for the rest of my life. I'm going to carry myself like, yo, fuck you. I'm different. And part of that is understanding money, looking like money, your shit looking good. Like I can go around YouTube and I can see some people that I look at them and be like, you don't got that grooming thing down pat, do you? Yeah, your money ain't, yeah. Okay. I'm fly. Fuck what you talking about. It's personal with me. Okay, let me be clear. It's personal. Yeah, it's personal. You know, very well said. Clay said you have to physically work. You damn real. My man D Shizzle says now being 80 years old and using number so. Yeah, my man. You know, but it all falls into, the perspective. Money, how you look, how you feel, how you eat. I brought two Instapots. I brought two Instapots, and I brought one Instapot. Instapot is a pressure cooker, and I brought one. Then, like a week later, I brought another one because you can put frozen food in there and put that mug for 10 minutes, and that shit'll be done. Like, wow, Instapot. Because I don't microwave my food. I have a microwave, but I got the new one. I got the microwave, convection oven, and air fryer built all in one. And I've never used the microwave. I can I take this in there in the kitchen. I don't ever use that thing. I don't ever use the microwave version ever. I had not owned a microwave. I have not owned a microwave in well over 15 years now. I have not owned a microwave. I have no desire to microwave my food. I'd rather wait. If I'm hungry, I'd rather wait, but I have no desire to microwave my food. No, it's not happening. But anyway, all these perspectives and narratives, it all starts with understanding. You got to understand money. You got to understand money. Money is money is the great musician. It really is. Money could seriously have you looking like a lot is going on and you could be broke. I was watching a video. Listen, I'm going to go back to this. I was watching a video about the guy was guy was gay. I probably talked about this, but the guy was gay, and uh, he was like, my husband, our health care just went up and XYZ, and I didn't know they had a generic health plan. Like I didn't know. He was like, our generic health plan, our generic, and it's doubled. And he said the 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 medication that his husband is on costs $1,300, and that's the generic one, and it's about the double. And I say to myself, again, listen at this. I sent this video to a friend. I want y'all to listen at this. Check this out. 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 I want y'all to listen at this.
I don't know. We talked about it last night, but we thinking about selling the house, bro. Light bill was like $450 this month. $450, bro. Light bill.
Oh shit!
Back in 08, I used to pay for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yo, my commentary be fucked up, don't it? I sent this to my ex-girlfriend, and every time I hear somebody talk about a light bill, all my lights are on right now, courtesy of the sun. I have solar. All of my, I check my battery. Listen, let's be clear. Before I go on live stream, I check my batteries. I want to make sure I ain't in here and my shit should be like, poof, and y'all motherfucker be like, yo, his shit is corny. But I'm gonna play this shit back for y'all. Listen.
Bro, we about to sell the house, bro. I don't know. We talked about it last night, but we thinking about selling the house, bro. Light bill was like $450 this month. $450, bro. Light bill.
Oh shit!
Yo, man. I'm something wrong with me, y'all, man. Yo, something wrong with me. I don't think I heard me talking that shit before. I was like, oh shit. But hey, man, I haven't had a light. It's funny because I found that video and I posted a video earlier. I hadn't had a light bill in over 3 years. October made 3 years. I had not had a light bill. I'm constantly adding solar panels to my shit. Carport. I'm gonna add. My driveway is probably 70 feet. I can put 5 cars in my driveway. Yeah, about 70 feet. 65, 70 feet. And I'm going to get the driveway paved, and then I'm going with half of the driveway where the house begins on back. I'm going to get the solar panels. I'm doing everything where I don't have to get a permit. Everything with me is not a permit. My solar panels is on the side of my fence on the house. I got an inlet box. I have 2 Bluetti Apex 300s. I have an Opus Omega 5, and I have a Bluetti AC 200. I don't have the Max, but they make a 200 Max. The AC 200 Max is backup for the Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is on there. The Ring doorbells is on there. Well, one ring, the front, just the front. The house, the back door Ring doorbell, and all the camera systems. The camera systems are solar, but the back door Ring doorbell is in the fuse box, of course, you plugged in. But the front door bell, it's on. It has a separate battery system. The AC 200 is for the Wi-Fi router, because if the house goes down, I want the Wi-Fi to always be able to connect to all the camera systems around the property. And it works. It works. It works. I got a 2,000 watt generator. I got a 2,000 watt Predator generator I brought from Harbor Freight, and I got a Harbor Freight 5,000. Days when it's gloomy, I'll fire up. I'll change the systems with I'll plug all the Apex and everything, take them off the solar and plug them right into the big Mega 5,000 and let them Opus a Mega 5,000 feed the two Blue Eddies. I just got my little system, but I'm watching videos. This is what I mean. You got to understand money. And when you understand money, and I say it takes getting used to, you do things to keep your money. For example, my Opus Mega 5 was $4,000. So somebody would say, you paid $4,000 for a solar generator. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you may not use that much in electricity. Well, I was using about $5,000. I was estimating use $5,000 a year. So I just brought the Apex, the Blue Eddy Apex 300s. They just came out. So I brought two of those last month. I brought two of them. And my thing is, again, when you understand money, you do everything you have to keep it. So electricity is going up. I don't know anything about that. Nothing. I don't know anything about that. I don't. I have no idea. D Shizzle said 400 for power and gas. That's common practice. That's common pricing here in Cali. I bet. So my thing is, I would tell anybody, go solar. The sun gives you free air, even if there's a perspective and narrative that people say, well, you feed the grid in the daytime and use off grid at night. You ain't got to do that. If you get one thing I learned in this battery game, in the solar game, get your batteries up. Get your batteries. Right now, I have about 14 kilowatts of batteries, that's probably a day and a half for what I use. 14,000 kilowatts. I said 1,400. 14,000 kilowatts, which is about a day and a half. And I love the way it works for me. Keep your money. I got my electric car. When I do Lyft, I use an electric car. The dealership charged the car up for free. You got to understand money. This is why I was looking at a video where a woman said, you can always tell the dudes that don't got money. They got money, and the dudes that don't got money. She was like, the dude said, how? She said, the dudes that got money, they come in here with simple clothes on, and they'll leave a $50 tip. Won't say nothing. Then the other guy that's broke will come in here loud, dripping with jewelry, et cetera, and he leaves a $5 tip. And that's so true. Money, it takes getting used to. And the term, it takes money to make money, however you want to use it. Life. I'm going to tell y'all what I tell people. Add a little primitive to your life. You'll be okay. Just add some primitive to your life. If everything about your life is turning on a switch, just doing that, pressing a button, if that's your life, cool. Add some primitive to your life. Add some primitive. I have a pellet stove. I heat my house with a pellet stove. The other day, I did an experiment. I put a log inside of it. Blew my mind. The thing got twice as hot. And the log that I put in there was when they cut the trees in the back, they left the log back there. I took my sawzall, chopped it up, took my axe, split it, and put it inside my pellet stove. And I was like, holy shit. The thing, again, threw out twice the amount of heat. I damn near had to strip down, take all my clothes off. The thing just got real, real hot. And I was like, wow. Again, it's wood that when they cut down a tree, there was two big branches that was, what they told me was, and I guess they didn't call it part of the job, but they was like, there was a branch that fell off of one tree onto another tree. And when we cut the tree down, it fell down. But I guess that don't count. Cool. But anyway, I just experimented with it and cut it up and put it in my pellet stove. So for people that don't know what a pellet stove is, this house is 1,300 square feet. My pellet stove uses 130 watts to heat this house. That's all I use to heat this house. 130 watts. That's like 2 TVs. That's like 2 TVs. So when people be like, "Oh, it's hot in this, it's cold in our house. We can't afford to heat our house." If you can turn on 2 TV, I'm heating this whole house with the power of 2 television sets because of a pellet stove. The efficiency with a pellet stove is unmatched. Unmatched. This house has 3-zone heating and HVAC. I don't use it. I don't use the 3-zone heat. I don't use it. I got a pellet stove. I use a pellet stove. Again, I was using like $5,000 a year. And one day I just looked at my electricity bill and was looking at just what does this mean? I was looking at the charts and this and all that. And then it had yearly usage. I think that's what fucked me up. It had yearly usage from year to date, $4,800. And when I seen that, I was like, what the fuck? For real. That did it for me. That did it for me. I was like, what? $4,800? Two months later, I had my shit in here. I paid no money since. That was 3 years ago. In addition, that was 3 years ago. Not happening. I love. That's what I mean when I say money. It takes getting used to. Takes getting used to. Takes getting used to. My friend was looking for a car, and he was like, "Hey man, I like your X5." I was like, "Hey, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. I'm not spending a lot of money on a fucking SUV. I'll go all out on a sports sedan or definitely a coupe." But it's the reason why the cheapest cars I own is the X5 and the X3. They're both SUVs. I'm just not. I call them bitch wagons, to be honest with you, but I wanted a diesel and wasn't buying a new, and it wasn't happening. Anyway, again, this is what life gets down to. I brought the diesel to travel from coast to coast because for those that don't know, diesels, they work better the longer you run them. So that's why I brought the diesel. And I got the best for my money. All right. And people just will never understand that. I just don't. Again, I think the unfortunates with the average person is when they say, I make $100,000 a year. They'll have $40,000 in debt and say something stupid like, I make $100,000 a year. No, the fuck you don't. You don't. There's a term that people use. You heard it before, and it says a person lives from paycheck to paycheck. I think there's something wrong with that narrative. I live paycheck to paycheck. So if I live paycheck to paycheck and I got a decent amount of money, how you live in paycheck to paycheck under the same definition. So allow me, because we're talking about money, yeah? All right. The average person don't live paycheck to paycheck. The average person live from payday to the next day. Think about it like this. A monkey swings from limb to limb. Just as he's letting one go, he's grabbing another one. He's never really free in the air free. He's always limb to limb, hence the term limb to limb. Paycheck to paycheck means that if you get paid every 2 weeks on a Friday, you run out of money in 2 weeks on that Thursday and just happen to get money the next day on Friday. I don't know people that live paycheck to paycheck living under those terms. Everybody I know that claim they live paycheck to paycheck, I listen to them, I'll be like, they say, I get paid at 3 o'clock and I'm broke at 3:06. And I just scratch my head. This is me scratching my head. Like that's a fake scratch, because I'm not really scratching. It's just my fingertips. But I'm selling it as a scratch. I'm selling it as a scratch. And I'm like, that don't sound like paycheck to paycheck. But you listen to people all your life use that terminology to describe broke people. I don't get offended by it. You can keep using the term paycheck to paycheck. But when you say I live from paycheck to paycheck, all I'm gonna say is me too. Me too. Me too. I just don't got the I'm broke stories to go along with mine. I don't have it. I don't have this. I don't have the, when I get my money, I don't have anything left over. I don't have that. I'm sorry. My man. Your man says, good point. Hey, it's only the truth. It really is. It's like when I listen to people say I live from paycheck to paycheck, I be trying to find a way in, like, no, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. You don't live paycheck to paycheck. I do. And it's good. Again, so again, y'all, we're gonna have December 1st coming up. We're gonna start our bankruptcy up. $899 to do a bankruptcy. A lot of you guys got a lot of bad things. You got a lot of messed up things. You got a lot of debt. You don't want to carry into the new year. So what you want to do is you want to get rid of your debt before the end of the year. So all you have to do is text $50 consultation. I'm ready. We'll get your bankruptcy started, get you a consultation, get a bankruptcy started for you. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.